Hi guys! It's April 2nd and it's beautiful outside, so I'm reading from outside today. We are on chapter 6, The Ghost at Eli's House. Kaz and Little John swam into a girl's bedroom and peered out the front window. They saw Claire and Eli standing in the driveway with Eli's mom. It looked like Eli's mom was offering Claire a ride, but they couldn't hear through the closed window. Claire lifted her backpack to her shoulder, and with a quick wave to Eli, she set off down the street. Eli and his mom got into their car and drove away. Now Kaz and Little John were alone in Eli's house. Maybe. Hello? Is anyone else here? Kaz gazed around the bedroom. Come out, wherever you are, Little John called. The ghost heard a strange popping, dropping sound. It was coming from somewhere below them. What is that? Kaz asked. I don't know, Little John said. It sort of sounds like popcorn. No, it sounds like, Kaz thought for a second. Like what? Little John pressed. I don't know, Kaz said. Not popcorn though. The pops are too slow. The ghost wafted out into the upstairs hallway. Hello, Little John called again. Is anyone there? Pop, 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 pop. Kaz noticed a desk over by the stairs. The top drawer was open. Hey, was that drawer open a few minutes ago? Kaz asked Little John. I don't know. I don't think so, Little John replied. They swam over and peered down at the open drawer. There wasn't anything very interesting inside. Just some paper, envelopes, pencils, and pens. Here's a picture. The popping stopped. The ghost drifted down to the main floor and saw a bunch of marbles lying all over the front hallway. Those were definitely not here before, Little John said. Was that what made the popping sound? Kaz asked. He dove down and picked up a solid marble. Then, holding the marble carefully between his thumb and his first finger, he carried it over to the stairs and let it fall. It bounced down the bottom 3 steps with a pop, pop, pop sound. The same sound they had heard before, Little John said. But no one's home. Who dropped all these marbles down the stairs? Kaz had a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling. Click! The front door lock turned. I think you'll really like this home, a man with a briefcase said as he opened the door and came into the house. He was probably the real estate agent. A well-dressed man and woman stepped in behind him. Kaz and Little John swam backward, away from the open door. It's well maintained, and this is a lovely neighborhood, the real estate agent added. He set his briefcase down and closed the door. Oh, the woman cried out as she slipped on a marble. Be careful, there are marbles all over the floor. I see that, the agent said. He hurried around the room and picked up all the marbles. He dropped them onto a decorative bowl on a table and smiled uneasily at the couple. Perhaps we didn't give the family enough notice that we were coming. Let me show you the living room. Kaz and Little John followed the group into the living room. Notice the beautiful stonework all around the fireplace. The real estate agent tapped the stone. Ooh! Something inside the fireplace wailed. The woman gasped. What was that? She asked. Probably the wind, her husband said, patting her hand. Kaz and Little John raised their eyebrows at each other. It didn't sound much like wind to them either. Hello, Little John said to the beautiful stonework. Then he and Kaz swam into the fireplace and looked up toward the chimney. They didn't feel any wind, and they didn't see anything that could have made that woo sound either. By the time Kaz and Little John returned to the living room, the solid people had moved on to the kitchen. The ghost hurried after them. These are state-of-the-art appliances, the real estate agent said. While the man and woman checked out the stove and refrigerator, another pop, pop, pop sound came from the front hallway. "What is that?" the man asked. Kaz and Little John followed the sound. Now there were more marbles on the entryway floor. The real estate agent walked right through Kaz and looked around. "I see I missed a few marbles," he said, as he gathered them up and added them to the small pile in the bowl. But Kaz and Little John were pretty sure he had picked up all the marbles. Pop, pop, pop. A single marble rolled down the stairs all by itself. "Where are those marbles coming from? Is someone home?" the woman asked. Kaz and Little John passed through the ceiling to the second floor. There was no one in the upstairs hallway, but the ghost noticed something else. The desk drawer was open a few minutes ago, and now it was closed. Who closed it? The real estate agent and the man and woman were just arriving at the top of the stairs. Kaz and Little John darted out of their way into the first bedroom. It was Eli's room, according to the sign on the door. There was a large can of marbles sitting in the corner of the room. "This is probably where the marbles came from," Kaz said, as he floated past the can. "Look, there's a book on Eli's bed," Little John said. The book was open to chapter 10, How to Make People Think Your House is Haunted. Suggestion number 1 was roll marbles down the stairs. "This is the master bedroom," the real estate agent said, as he led the man and woman into the bedroom across the hall. A couple of seconds later, the man and woman ran out of the room screaming. Kaz and Little John swam over to see what all the fuss was about. I'm sorry," the agent called to the couple as he walked through Little John. "I don't know what's going on around here." Kaz and Little John quickly poked their heads into Eli's parents' bedroom. They didn't see anything unusual, so they followed the solid people downstairs. "This house is haunted," the woman exclaimed as she yanked open the front door. Kaz grabbed Little John's arm and swam backward so they wouldn't be blown into the outside. "We're not buying a haunted house," the man told the real estate agent. The agent followed the couple outside, slamming the front door behind him. Kaz and Little John moved to the front window and watched the solids get into a brown car and drive away. As soon as the car was gone, Kaz heard footsteps behind him. He turned to see Eli's sister, Lauren, walking into the living room from the kitchen. Where did she come from? Chapter 7, The Big Book of Practical Jokes. Bye, guys. I miss you. Have a good day.